Is your money dying while you sleep? Meet Aryan. He worked like a slave and lived in rags for 3 years just to save every penny in a small iron box. He thought he was becoming rich. But one day, his grandfather gave him a tiny seed that changed everything. He realized that his saving was actually his biggest mistake. Watch until the end to discover the secret that will change how you look at money forever. In a small sunny village, a young man named Aryan lived a very hard life. He worked all day at a grain store, carrying heavy bags under the hot sun. But Aryan had a secret pride, a small, rusted metal box. Inside that box was every single coin he had earned in the last 3 years. To save this money, Aryan lived like a poor man. He never bought new clothes, even when his shirt was full of holes. He never ate a good meal, choosing to eat only dry bread and water. He believed that the only way to be rich was to hold on to every coin and never let it go. His grandfather Silas was a wise man who watched Aryan every day. One evening, Silas asked, "Aryan, why are you living like this?" Aryan smiled and said, "Grandfather, I am saving. I want to be rich like the big merchants." Silas didn't say anything. He just went to his garden and picked up 2 small seeds. He gave one to Aryan and said, "Put this seed in your metal box. Lock it up and keep it safe from the sun and rain. Guard it like your money." Aryan did exactly what he was told. Then, Silas took the other seed and planted it in the soft, wet ground of his garden. He watered it every day. Aryan kept his box under his bed, hidden in the dark where no one could find it. Every night, he checked his coins and his seed. They were safe, but they never changed. In the garden, however, a tiny green plant started to grow from Silas's seed. A year passed, and the small plant became a young tree with strong branches. But inside Aryan's box, everything was still the same: cold, dark, and silent. 2 years later, Silas called Aryan and said, "Open your box." When Aryan took out the seed, it was dry, brown, and dead. It had no life left in it. Silas pointed to the big, beautiful tree in the garden that was now giving shade to the whole yard. "Look, Aryan," Silas said gently. "You thought you were keeping the seed safe, but you were actually killing it. You kept it away from the sun and the water it needed to grow. Money is just like this seed." Silas placed his hand on Aryan's shoulder and said, "Most people fail because they are too afraid to lose what they have. They never grow because they never take a risk. Don't just save money in a dark box. Invest it. Use it to learn a new skill. Use it to start a small business. A coin in a box is just a piece of metal, but a coin used wisely is the start of a forest." Aryan looked at his dead seed and finally understood. His real problem wasn't his empty pockets. It was his fear of trying. That night, Aryan took his money and bought some tools to start a small workshop. He didn't just save his money anymore. He planted it like a seed. Many years later, Aryan became a successful man with a big business that helped his whole village. He learned that wealth isn't about how much you keep, but how much you allow to grow. As the years passed, his workshop now employed dozens of people, changing the fate of the entire village. Silas lived to see Aryan's success, sitting peacefully in the shade of the tree that started it all. Aryan finally understood that true wealth is a living thing, not a cold pile of metal in a box. The lesson was clear. Don't let your fear kill your future. The choice is in your hands. Start planting your seeds today. Take that first step, take that risk, and then ask yourself, What will your forest look like?